Hi, welcome back to Shannon's Plants Planting Time. Today, or actually tonight, while the dogs are sleeping and my husband is sleeping, I thought I would give you a little tour of all the plants in the plant room. Now, if you watched any of my videos, you've heard me talk about this room. It is a room that used to be a screened-in porch, and they closed it in. And it still has the original sliding glass door behind me. And anyway, there's a lot of plants in this room, and it's small, probably 10 by 10 would be my guess. You could fit a double bed in here and you would have like 0 walk space. And I know this because it used to be a bedroom, because the people that lived here before us was my husband's sister and her husband, so they actually used this as a bedroom, and I know it was very tiny, and it is very tiny now. But anyway, it holds a lot of plants and it does the job, and one day I have big dreams to enlarge it and make a window on that side so I can have some, let's see, that window is north, that window in the hallway is the eastern window, so I guess I would have a northeastern window, which would be better than just a northern window. Or actually, I would like to take it like way out that way and have a western, a eastern, and a north window. Because I'm never going to have a southern window in this room. It's just not possible. Because to the south of me is the dim. So, anyway, on with the tour. I will start. The plant room is kind of messy, but we got some new plants in, and I'll show you around. So, let's just jump into it. I am going to start you off in the fussy corner of the room, right next to the humidifier, one of 2 humidifiers in this small room. And the first plant you are looking at is a Calathea Never Never plant. And I bought this thinking it was a peacock Calathea, because that is what it was sold to me as. But I posted a picture of it on Instagram and was quickly corrected. You see a leaf that was coming out there. I don't know if it's dried up or not. I can't tell if it's gonna make it. I don't know. But I missed a watering, so. But anyway, it's a beautiful plant. Lots of nice markings, and it loves its place next to the humidifier. Back here is a Calathea Medallion, and the first one died on me. It crisped and crisped and crisped until there were no leaves left. So even though it sits right by the humidifier and gets nothing but distilled and filtered water, I was not happy. So next to it, or in front of it, is my Calathea Warzowiczia. It's a beautiful plant. It's beautiful. Well, it doesn't really look that dark under there. Neither does that one, but it's normally a nice maroon color under there. It's got a new leaf coming in. And I've had trouble with this one crisping too, giving me brown edges. Even though, right, again, it's next to the humidifier, and it, I don't know. That's all I gotta say about that. Picky plants. Right back there is an unknown Begonia. And here I have my Raphaliophora Hoya. Anyway, it is a Shingling Raphaelphora, and it is a very cute plant. It is actually on both sides, but I propagated this side, so anyway, it's happy here. It's grown a little bit since I got it. You can tell because I had to add the Velcro tape, and it is my first shingling plant. So next to it is my Stromanthe Trio Star, a beautiful plant with vibrant colors and vivid backs to the leaves, maroon and fuchsia. So cute. Love that plant. And here we have my Rattlesnake Calathea, again with beautiful maroon undersides, and it was a present from my fiance. And then taking you around this way, sorry, I'm like on the floor, is my Monstera Deliciosa. Actually, there's two of them piled together here. This poor plant takes a beating because it's right beside the door, and both of them catch it on the way out, everybody walking by and hitting it. But it is, I'm currently trying to air layer both of them for propagations. And in front of that, just kind of a sad looking, but getting better, golden pothos with my homemade, I ran out of my moss bowl, and because it was up to here and it died down, but my homemade moss bowl with a blue fishing line because I couldn't find anything else. So he need to straighten that out and use some clear fishing line. That looks terrible. But here is my recent find at Lowe's, which is a Scindapsus Trevii Moonlight. Beautiful plant, nice and silver with a dark streak, actually a green streak running through the center. It's beautiful. And there is another Tenanthe Never Never plant. That plant that I bought was huge, so I just divided it. And next to it is a very sad looking neon pothos. You know, they say you can't kill a pothos. Well, that might be true, but you sure can make one look like crap, because that one looks like crap. I have moved it everywhere in the house, and I don't know what I need to do to it. I just don't know. Back there is my bird of paradise, and he is looking kind of ratty too. Above that is an unknown succulent basket, and I've never really thought that plant was pretty. It looks to me to be like somebody's bushy hair. I don't know. I've just never really liked that plant, but it won't die. It won't die. And here are my never-ending shelves of propagations, and it's all kinds of propagations, and more propagations over there and down there, and I won't go into all those. In front of that is a beautiful, let me get him in the picture here because he's huge, and it is a Philodendron, and somebody told me the other day, I posted it on Instagram, and they called it Solium, Leum. I've never really known what kind of plant it was, just that it was a philodendron. I kind of thought it was a Xanadu. I don't know if that's the same plant, they've reclassified it, but if you know, leave me a comment. Down here are 2 rescue plants from Lowe's, and it is a Monstera Deliciosa, and they are in pretty rough shape because, like I said, they were rescues, and I don't know what Lowe's was thinking, but they had them in bright sun with no shade, and they look a little windburnt, sunburnt, and just plain, I don't know, not well taken care of. So I came home and I propagated what I could, and I repotted them, washed the roots down, sprayed them for bugs, and yeah, so they're sitting on my floor because they don't really have a space, and they're I'm waiting to see what they do. Behind the Adansonii is my snake plant, and he's doing very well. I killed the first couple of snake plants I had, even though they say they're plants of steel and you can't kill them. Yeah, well, that's bull, because I killed them. I killed 2. So I killed Sansevieria Moonshine and like a regular snake plant. I don't know, a snake plant, like the tall, you know, individual stalk one. Yeah, so anyway, got that one recently. Not recently, actually, a little while ago. This is a Monstera propagation that I did, and just for kicks, and it's got a new leaf coming out, and it is sitting next to the other humidifier that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. So now, if you'll excuse me while I stand up again. Here is my angel wing begonia. It is beautiful, gives me no trouble at all. The back of the leaves are starting to get that maroon color, and his little splashiness is so vibrant, and he's doing well over in this corner. He's growing so much, and he's a little dry, so I need to give him a water after this. And this is something I picked up in the grocery store the other day. I believe it might be like a white butterfly syngonium, or either a reverted berry illusion syngonium. I don't know. But anyway, it's pretty. It's full, and it's on a board, so yeah, what can you say? And here is a little plant that I rescued last summer from the hardware store, and I don't know what it is. And please leave a comment if you know. Started doing well during the winter, actually. And here in my little terrarium, my tiny little terrarium, I have obviously a Photonia and a little pink Photonia. I don't know if you can see him peeking around on that side. And I also have a Phalaenopsis fern that you can't see because it's covered up by the Photonia, and a Moon Valley friendship plant right there. So yeah. And right here I have a Mandula Pothos. And here I have a Monstera Peru that is growing like crazy. I just added his moss pole, and he is putting out a new leaf as always. He gives me no trouble. It's a good plant. It's just a very beautiful plant with those deep corrugated leaves, and oh, he's just so easy to go along with. And this is a brand new plant for me. This is my Hoya Pubicalix Splash, and I just got it in the mail yesterday and potted him up today. And I combined him with one that I had been rooting for a while. So here's to hoping he does well. And then moving across here, we have another Mandula Pothos. And back here we have a Raphidophora tetrasperma. And I think this is a tissue culture version, because when I got it, the leaves were this like blue-green color. And as it's gotten older, the leaves have, those leaves are gone, and now it's green, and I don't think you would really be able to tell. I don't know, maybe you can. But anyway, he does well. No problems. This is my bird's nest fern, and this is my fourth one, and I learned the hard way that you cannot water in the center of the rosette because it will kill it very quickly. And back here I have a regular peace lily, and down here I have a Scindapsus Pictus exotica, and over here I have a lemon lime surprise, a lime surprise, Tracina. Anyway, I just call it my swirly plant. Back here we have a Scindapsus Argyrius, and I just made him a moss pole. And see, that one looks a lot better than the one I made over there, because I used clear plastic fishing line, or whatever it is, plastic, yeah, and it looks a lot better than that one I made over there. In the corner hiding is a Phalaenopsis Orchid and a Echeveria. Trying to work around the grow lights. A Christmas cactus. A beautiful Philodendron golden goddess, and it's just now coming into its own. It's beautiful now. Beside it we have a Philodendron Brazil. Up here we have an orchid cactus, or a Epiphyllum hookery, and a red Maranta plant, a green Maranta plant. Let's see, beautiful, both of them. Another Phalaenopsis orchid in a Kokodama. And oops, sorry, I bumped the grow light. Back here we have a heartleaf fern right there. I just recently put him a stake and tied him up a little bit to see if I can get his leaves to grow in a little bit bigger. Back here we have a Philodendron green emerald, I think. Beautiful plant, just a beautiful plain green plant. It gives you no trouble and grows giant leaves. Here we have my Macaulay's finale, another plant that is beautiful with its red petioles and stems, and the leaves come in this rusty color and then fade to green, and he also doesn't give me any trouble. And back here we have another Scindapsus Pictus exotica. And here we have a purple passion plant. It has gotten so big, and I think it's so pretty with the little purple trichomes, little hairs on him, and making purple. So beautiful. And down here we have Pilea Peperomoides. And over here we kind of have a little propagation station and a fan to circulate. We have some Philodendron micans cuttings. No, that's a Hartley fern. Here's a Philodendron micans cutting. Right there. And some, I don't know, propagations. And some more Hoya pubicalix splash. And back there we have some sort of peperomia. So, and peperomia frost propagation. And up here we have my orchid corner. We have a Phalaenopsis Orchid. And if I'm not showing you flowers, that's because they don't have any. And we have a huge Dendrobium orchid. And its flowers are just now dying. But it's a beautiful orchid. I've yet to have one re-bloom for me. Or if I bought one without blooms, for it to bloom. Here is my favorite orchid. It is small, and it is called something something giganteum, which I think is hilarious. And here we have some more orchids. I don't know what kind they are. This one is a Calathea, and it's being rehabbed because it was in a kokodama, and then I found out it had root rot. And I'm not sure, that looks like a dendrobium to me, but I'm no orchid expert. And there's another one, and yet another one. And I would read you their tags, but they don't say like dendrobium or anything like that, so it's no use. Back there we have a money tree and a Peperomia obtusifolia Ferragata. And coming around this way, we have a curly spider plant, only he's not so curly right now, which probably means he's thirsty, but I just gave him a drink. So you'll have to excuse the cords because I have the grow lights hooked up. We got a regular green Peperomia in with a green on green variegation Peperomia. I don't know their scientific names. And we have a beautiful Alocasia African mask. This is its newest leaf that it put out. I think it's just beautiful. And here we have my Ficus Triangularis Ferragata. It has not dropped any leaves, but it also has not done anything spectacular for me since winter when it produced berries or whatever those things were. Looked like little red berries, and I was so excited. And back there is my little filth. Down here is a very sad looking Begonia escargot. I don't know why he's not coming into focus. I took him out of a kokodama too, and I don't know, I think it was just too much for him in the Kokodama. I think it was drying out too much. So he is there. And we're almost done. We have the one Kokodama I have left, and that is my Staghorn Fern. And I plan on, he's doing great in the Kokodama, but I do plan on mounting him on a board and taking him out of the Kokodama, because it's just, I know it will be a lot to water on the board, but it is just every 2 to 3 days to water him in the Kokodama. So yeah, here is my Antherium Superbum or Fruffles. He's getting his ruffled edges. Back there is my Antherium Superbum, and I repotted both of those today, hoping they will perk up. Here is my Philodendron Birkin, and me and this plant have been on a journey together, from root rot to me chopping him all the way down to him growing back and growing back without variegation, and then finally he gave me some absolutely Birkin looking leaves lately. Those two absolutely Birkin looking leaves. So yeah, excited about that. I got him when he was not your $10 plant at Lowe's. It was one of my first big purchases. I got him from Plantarina, and I think he was $45 at the time. Back there is my Alocasia Black Velvet, and she just martyred a leaf and is putting out a big fat one. See if I can get in there. I'm hung up on the leaf. Get in there and show you. Right there. It was huge. Oh no. But anyway, and then we're almost through. This is my Antherium radiatum or fingers, and this is his newest leaf. It has 7 fingers, so he's getting more and more fingers every time, so that's cool. Here is my Monstera Silte Pecana, and he's pushing out some new growth right here, and I'm excited about that. And back here in this corner is my Philodendron melanochrysum and my Antherium bitterifolium and my Hoya carnosa compacta variegata. Hold on, damn, I was trying to kill a fungus gnat and I missed. And a plant I got very recently, an Alocasia regal shield, and I got this plant off of Instagram at a cute little plant shop called I Leaf For You. And anyway, so that is, oh, one more plant. This is a amalgamation of all of my Marble Queen Pothos that I took out of my Kokodama. So they're pretty much reverted There's some leaves in there that aren't reverted. I don't understand because they've always been under grow lights. Didn't make it a big basket because I had like 3. So it needs some water too. I needed to water it. I just potted it up the other day. So yeah, that is the plant room. And here is a look-see from the corner of standing in the doorway and looking down at all the plants. And I'm having a plant purge tomorrow. So I wanted a video tonight. Don't worry, I'm not getting rid of them. I'm just making room for more. So yeah, that is my plant room. Hopefully one day it will be bigger and I can show you that we've added on. So I think that's everything. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the plant room, and I hope to see you in the next houseplant video. Bye.